What is the puppet pin tool? Well, that's the question that I'm answering today, so let's get into it. So the puppet pin tool, or the puppet tool, is a really advanced tool inside of Adobe After Effects that allows you to animate specific objects. And the way it basically works is you create points on an object and you can move those specific points. Now you can create anchors, so you can anchor one part not to move, and you can animate another part of the image, but that all sounds a bit complicated, so let's jump into After Effects and I'll run you through it. So we're inside of Adobe After Effects, and as you can see, we've got two images on screen. We're first just going to get rid of this person here, so we're just going to focus on this line. Now at the moment, this line is nothing special, it's just this boring line. But if we go to the top bar of After Effects, you can see we've got all these tools up here. You can see we've got the rotor brush there. On the right of that is the puppet position pin tool, and the keyboard shortcut for that on Mac is Command and P. So we'll select that. To begin with, we'll create 3 points. So we'll create a point up here, we'll create a point there, and then we'll create a point down there as well. So now from here, we'll go into the Comp 2 window down here. We'll go Effects, Puppet, Mesh 1, Deform, and then you've got puppet pin 1, 2, and 3. So let's focus on 3. So let's select 3. This one is 3. So this means I can now move this pin, and the bottom of this shape is now going to animate. I can also do the same in the middle, and I can also do the same in the top. Now the puppet pin tool is really amazing because you can combine the puppet pin and keyframe animation to create some really interesting animation. So by default, you will have 3 keyframes created. So every time you create a new point, a new keyframe is created. But if not, then just go ahead and activate this by selecting the stopwatch icon. It should be blue. And then just move over in time. And then we're just going to move these points. So I will move this one over to the left, this one over to the left, and this one can go to the right. Now when we play this back, you can see that's now going to animate. Now, once you've hit that second point, you can go ahead and add another point onto the animation. So we'll go up here like this. And when we play that back, you can see it's going to animate from the first point to the second point into the third point. Now, of course, at the moment, that does look a little bit ugly, but that's not why we would use the puppet pin tool. We wouldn't use the puppet pin tool on a shape layer like this most of the time. We would use this on character animation. So we'll delete that layer and we'll focus on this character. Now, at the moment, this character is just one still image. So this means if we put the puppet pin tool on this still image, so we'll go puppet pin tool, we'll create a point on all of the different joints. So we'll go for the waist. So we'll select there. Then we'll create one on the knee. We'll create one on the other knee. We'll create one on the feet. Then we'll also put one on the head as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll do the same thing again. We'll go into that shape layer. We'll go puppet, mesh 1, deform, and then you've got all of our puppet pins there. So we've got 6 in this example, as you can see. So we'll open all of those up. And now if I move over to the right and I try to move, let's try and animate this foot. So we'll just drag this puppet pin over to the right. And as you can see, that is actually working. The leg is actually animating, which is exactly what we need it to do. And the reason why that's working is because we've created a point on the both knees and we've created a point on the leg. If I was to delete the one on the left, like so, so as you can see, that's now gone. If I was to now try and move this, the other leg would come with me as well, as you can see. And that's because the other one isn't now acting as an anchor. So the puppet pin works by basically adding all of these points to specific joints. So if you were doing them on character animation, you would put them on the neck, shoulders, elbows, wrists, knees. You basically put them at all the points where the human body would move or rotate. And then you can just go ahead and animate them like so. Now, the reason why that's working down here on this full image is because there's separation between those two legs. The problem is, as you can see at the moment, those arms are crossed, so it wouldn't really work on the arms. I'll create another point there to show you what I mean. So if I was to create one on both arms, and then if I tried to move this one, you can see the entire torso is just going to go with the body. Like this. And as you can see, that doesn't look particularly great. So this is why if you're doing character animation, it's really wise to have a character with their arms out. Or alternatively, you can break up the image and have each specific section of the body on its own layer. So you'd have the right arm in one layer, the left arm in one layer, the torso in one layer, the head and neck in another layer, and then each leg in its own layer, because then you could add puppet pins to each individual layer. And this means you're going to animate the character freely and move their limbs and their arms and wherever you want them to go. Now the head shouldn't be too much of an issue in this example because there's nothing obstructing the head. So we'll create another point on the neck like this. And then if we go ahead and animate this top puppet pin, you can see the head is going to move like this. Now, of course, I'm being really subtle with this animation because you want this to look realistic. You could pull the puppet pin all the way over there, but the problem is it looks like this guy is going to break his neck. So we'll delete that. We'll go back to what we had before. And if you wanted to animate a subtle head animation, then all you have to do is just move the head over, move that puppet pin over, move over in space, or move the puppet pin over to the left, move over to the right again, move that puppet pin back over. And then when we render this out and we play this back, the head is going to bob from side to side. So it's basically just giving our character a little bit of life here. Rather than just being a still image, there's a little bit of movement there. Now, of course, it's not just character animation that you can use the puppet pin tool for. The puppet pin tool is very handy when you want to add animation onto a still object. So whether that be a shape layer, a character, or maybe just an image, maybe you could separate the subject from the background and then you could add some puppet pin points onto the subject and animate them to create a moving photo effect. Or there's many instances and many techniques that require this puppet pin tool to make your effect work. The puppet pin tool is a really awesome and really intelligent feature inside of Adobe After Effects, and I would really advise you to jump into the puppet pin tool and have a play, put these points on specific shapes and images and characters and see how this works. Combining the puppet pin tool and keyframe animation is a really great way of creating some solid animations inside of Adobe After Effects. So there you go. This was just a very quick introduction to the puppet pin tool, but getting used to this, as I say, will be a game changer moving forward. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate your support, and hopefully I will see you on the next video. See you there.